Be prepared for highly offensive language and adult and sexual themes.
Well, there you have it, the fourth eviction of the series, and Megan has just walked out of those famous doors. She's going to be joining me in my panel right now on Celebrity Big Brothers, Bit on the Side. Big Brothers, Bit on the Side! Here we are back. Oh. Well, you lot have chosen your latest victim and you've given Megan the boot. What? Where did that come from? She's going to be here very shortly to reveal all. Plus, as we've just seen, Gemma is the first housemate to win immunity from Tuesday's eviction. You could not write this series, but we'll be talking about that later on. Also, Megan's going to be meeting her fate with the truth extractor of Forum. Woody's back! This ain't just any old check-up, believe me. But first, let's see who's checking in tonight. It's time to meet the panel. My first guest is the Essex girl who survived life in the jungle, which must have been a piece of cake compared to being mates with the GC on Towie. It's the gorgeous Fern McCann! Next up, it's another jungle babe, but he's got the face of Tarzan, to be fair. He captured the nation's heart on the X Factor, and he's got a voice I've only heard from the Angel, but that's a local pub. Give it up for Jake Crickenham! And my final guest is a lady that makes men go weak at the knees, right? She is the dream destroyer. She's got frosty knickers. And tonight, the chase is on. Please welcome Anna Heggie, a.k.a. The Governess! It's the Governess, everyone! Right, let's get down to business. Megan is the fourth evictee of the series. Jake, I'm going to come straight to you. Is the right person gone?
I'm a bit scared.
I think we all are. I ain't going to lie.
She has got frosty knickers. I've seen her putting them on.
I'm telling you.
I've seen her putting her on in the
making Megan go in?
I'm gutted. I thought she was really entertaining. She was fun. She was a bit crazy, like, don't get me wrong, but what she said was quite true when she went off on a big, like, rant. It was true what she was saying, so I'm a bit gutted Megan's gone.
Bit gutted. Fern, what about you, babe?
I am in total shock. I was a massive Megan fan. She's obviously a fellow Essex girl. Yeah, she's crazy. She goes off on one, but she was bloody entertaining. And I'm shocked. To be fair, I didn't want any of that lineup to go, but I was expecting more Daniela over someone like Megan.
I think a lot of people... Let me ask you about Gemma. Are you shocked that she stayed tonight, considering the reaction from the crowd?
Absolutely not. And I am... Look, guys, I might not be your favourite for saying this. Love or loathe Gem, I'm so glad she has stayed. And I'm so glad she has got immunity because, my God, she is very entertaining. Listen, you might hate me for saying it. No. She entertains the nation. She's insane.
No, we don't like her, we just don't like her. That's what I'm saying. And I've got to come to you... Governess, sorry. I've got to come to you. Why do you think Megan's left this evening?
I don't know whether it was just that people couldn't stand the noise any longer.
What's the capital of Spain?
Madrid.
Yeah! I'm gonna get her tonight, you won't. Who agrees that Megan went? A lot of people disagree. Anyway, no. We've got an hand up. We have got an hand up. Why do you think Megan should have gone?
I think she was lovely, really pretty, but when she lost her temper, she was vile. And I think she deserved... No. After that, no. I liked her until that point.
We don't boo our own. We don't boo our own. We leave that to up the top.
But one thing I learnt from her, I'm never going to lose my temper like that, because she looked awful.
No, we are. With every minus comes a plus. Well, listen, we've just seen that Gemma has won immunity, the only task she's ever completed, guys. So, well done. Well done, Jim. And I've got to ask, is she just going to become unbearable now?
Yes. Become? Well, you know, if there was no Meghan and no Gemma in the house, it would be very, very quiet.
True.
That's true.
So,
They're both quite
you
feisty
need one of them at
characters.
least.
Fern?
I'm so glad she's won
Do
immunity.
you think it's going to go to her head, though?
Of course it will. Do you know what? You saw her grinning, right? I just watched it happen. Out of everyone, Gemma won it. I just think it's brilliant.
But I just want to put this out there. You saw them walk to their own podium. Before you all start piping up on the Twitter, they chose whatever one they wanted, all right? I'm just putting it out there before you start piping up. Jake, do you think she needed the immunity the most? Who do you think is in desperate need of getting that?
I don't think she wants the immunity. She wants
But
to,
you
she
say
wants
that,
to
she
blow
was
dry her
giving
hair,
it-
doesn't she? Yeah, but she's... Because she's rubbing it in everyone's noses, because she's getting under everybody's skin and she's, like, annoying everyone, but I love Gem. I think she's great. She's great on TV. Fair enough, I would not want to share a room with her for more than a minute. And she's lasted longer in Big Brother than she has to Jungle. But I think she's being entertaining, and just... If you want to upset her, just give her some more straighteners, innit?
Yeah, don't bring up straighteners. They're only for weirdos, apparently. Well, what are we thinking? Are we pleased? Are we not pleased she's immune?
I'm pleased she's immune, because I think Gemma's having a little bit of a hard time, and I think people have been going into her. I like her character, and she's growing on me. I think it's good that she... When she opened that box and the gold mask was there, I couldn't have been happier.
Yeah.
I can clearly see that by the look on your face. Who disagrees? Oh, she disagrees. I'm coming up here.
She don't do tasks, she don't do nothing. Oh, up for immunity, I'm there, and she wins it. I can't believe it. No.
No, she can't believe it. Oh, well, listen, on that note, good chat. Give yourselves a round of applause. I love it. So now, this week, the Celebrity Big Brother Circus unfortunately lost 4 of its main attractions, but there is one attraction that keeps on pulling the punters in, believe me. She's waiting in the wings. It's the gorgeous Mrs. Emma Willis.
Or a gazelle. A gazelle.
A gazelle.
You're like a gazelle.
Come on, get out there. She looks fit
You're
tonight,
like a
doesn't she?
gazelle and I'm like an elephant.
We love your baby bump. We do. Right.
Hold on a minute.
What?
When I walked past this table on the way up, I put a cup there. It wasn't a very attractive cup, but it had hot chocolate in it, and someone's nicked it. Do you know why?
All right, Gemma, calm down, diva.
Do you know why they've taken it away? Because it's in a paper cup.
Oh, we don't do paper... Oh, hang on. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. Give the pregnant woman what she wants.
Look,
There, she's got it back.
Yeah.
Making our show look shoddy. Right, let's talk
I'm
about tonight's
keeping it
eviction.
real.
Let's talk about the eviction. Bit of a shocker.
Yeah, I was... Do you know, I was disappointed.
You were?
Meghan has converted me.
Oh, and what are we talking about here? What are you going on about, babe?
No. Because when she had the big old meltdown, I wasn't a fan, I've got to admit. She was... I keep saying she's a bit like my little sister.
I know your little sister.
Yeah, I know. Like a bit stroppy. Do you know, like a stroppy teenager? Throw your toys out the pram and...
OK.
She had that mega meltdown and I was just a bit like, come on, that is quite ridiculous, you know. You have a point in there, but it's all come out very badly. And I thought, if she's going to be like this the whole time, it's going to be quite unbearable. But she seems to have settled down, and as much as she, when she's in a tantrum, is wholly unreasonable, she's also extremely reasonable. If you take the Stephanie and Jeremy situation, you know, she was very reasonable. Do you know what I mean? She's quite level-headed in that respect, even though she can blow and be totally unlevel. So she'd kind of won me round.
And how was she tonight?
She was lovely.
She dealt with it all right, do you think?
Yeah, she did.
She had a really good reaction.
She had a really
Probably
good
one
response.
of the best this series.
Yeah, a really good response. And I was watching Scotty talk to her, actually, when we had announced who was safe and who wasn't safe. They were on the big screens outside. And she was really panicking, going, I know it's going to be me, I know it's going to be me. And he went, you've got such a great reception. Does it really matter if you go tonight? Because you're going to go out to a great response.
And she did.
And she did, yeah. But I think she's gutted because she's gutted to leave him behind.
Well, I think she's gutted as well, and he looked absolutely devastated when she walked out.
They make a cute pair.
They do.
You know, and I quite like the fact they didn't really get it going in there. So we can't all go, showman, showman.
Yeah. Although we did see a nice little bit of ass.
Well, if you've got an ass like it, show it.
Nice
That's what I say. I'm keeping mine well covered.
No, we love your arse.
Dimples and all.
Let's talk about where it went wrong for her. Do you think the Meghan meltdown was the sort of seal of the deal?
Probably, because it was quite early on as well, wasn't it? But she has a good point, which she said herself. Not a lot of people know who she is, and if the first thing they see of her are those meltdowns when you're being very unreasonable and smacking cameras and saying things that come across terribly, then people aren't going to warm to you initially, are they? So, but as I said, I do think she's kind of done a good job in the last week of kind of showing us a different side. That's
the face.
And you know, and showing that different side. So I think it's probably a bit of both. A bit of the fact that she's a stroppy teenager who has massive meltdowns, and the fact that she didn't really have a big following to begin with, or as big as everybody else.
Do you think the house is going to really change that she's gone?
Well, I think we'll probably see a different side to Scotty. Maybe he'll be more... Not that he wasn't outgoing, but I think he'll cope just fine.
He's got Jezza.
He's got Jezza, and I think he'll be absolutely fine. Do
you think he might be a bit more Geordie Shore Scott now Meghan's not there? A bit more of a ledge?
With Stephanie?
Oh, don't! Could you imagine?
That was a joke. No, I don't think he will. I think he'll probably just be the way he has been. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't been, like, really laddie. He hasn't tried to... They've had a smooch, but he could have tried a lot more, really, couldn't he, with his reputation?
And he even said, you know, wait, like, we'll wait. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah. Well, he's had his fair share.
Yeah. Mr. 900.
There's no need to not wait.
Let's move on to the GC.
GC!
Couldn't write it.
No.
She's won immunity.
And everyone's going to say we fixed it.
I've just said it then. You saw them pick their own podiums.
Yeah.
What are you making of the immunity for Gemma?
It's the series of you couldn't have written it.
No, you can't.
Isn't it? Really, really is. She baffles me, Gemma, because she goes, "Get me out of his house!" and she calls producers all sorts of names, very bad ones. And she, you know, she doesn't want to be there, or she says she doesn't want to be there, and she has these strops and tantrums, and then she wins immunity and looks so happy. That I'm like, you know, what is going on?
It's hard to relate because, like you said, she's sitting there going, I want out, I'm leaving, I'm packing my bag.
And then it's, well, there's Gemma and there's GC. I'm like, well, who are we watching?
And then she gets the immunity and she's like, yeah, I've got immunity.
Exactly, but I'll win immunity. And quite rightly, like the woman said in the back row, I'm happy to try and get immunity, but I will not do a task.
Yes. That is the thing.
I don't understand how you're suddenly claustrophobic in a seat with bars around it. When you sat in it for 3 hours at a party.
I had a lovely time.
You know, that does slightly bother me because you can't just pick and choose when you want to take part. You take part, you're in there, you're getting paid. If you're making brilliant TV, then take part in the games and make brilliant TV as well.
She's clearly got a massive fan base because it's
absolutely. And don't get me wrong, we're loving watching her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She is creating great content and great television. But I do think at the same time, surely for her reputation and image, she wants to make the right content and
for herself.
You know, and you know, she's getting a lot of boos now.
Do you think she
might
become...
I don't want to see her become someone that people don't like.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. Like she's now got that immunity. We have seen her act up over the past couple of days. Now she's got that. Do you think she's going to be completely unstoppable with how she's going to act in that house?
Well, I don't know. I want to know what you think because you know her.
I have met Gemma. I've met Gemma loads of times, and me and Fern were actually talking about this earlier.
Do you not know her though?
I do know her. I know her outside of work.
You know it.
Yeah, she lives next door, babe. Yeah.
Fern, how well do you know her really well? Are you really good mates with her?
I am really good friends with her.
Fern's good friends, yeah.
Genuinely, I am.
So do you think she's going to be a monster?
Oh, sorry?
Do you think she's going to be a monster now?
Listen, I've been on holidays with her and I've spent a lot of time with her. Sometimes, and she won't mind me saying this, sometimes she can be a little bit of a monster, but the majority of the time she's very loving, generous and loyal, and it's just such a shame she lets her flaws take over. So, will she be a monster? Most definitely yes. You're going to see Gemma, the diva, the GC. But she's entertaining.
But she's entertaining, and that's why people are picking up the phones and voting for her.
No, absolutely, she is entertaining. But like I said, you kind of want her to come out of it because she has said herself, isn't she? Like, yeah, she likes the sound of her own voice and she's happy with who she is. But she obviously does have, like, you know, not confidence issues, but she's a little bit insecure at times. So you would think that you don't want somebody like that to suddenly go into something like this and come out with people not liking her more than liking her.
No,
because
I know what you're saying.
If she has that Gemma that is lovely but she doesn't like to show it us.
We're going to have to watch her this weekend and
Yeah.
see how she plays it out. But very quickly, because we've
Sorry,
run out of
I'm
time.
babbling.
No, it's all
I
right.
know,
Don't be
I can't
silly.
stop.
She can do what she wants, love.
And I'm not really making any sense.
Don't matter.
tonight.
You don't make any sense anyway. Let's talk about what you said at the end of the show.
What did I say at the end of the
You
scene? I
said-
can't even remember.
You said that there might be a house guest.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, I literally just read it and I didn't know.
So we don't know nothing, because I definitely don't know this.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is or who it is.
Oh, we can only hope.
No,
we can only hope.
honestly, I'm so sorry. Why? Who do you think it is?
I don't know, but there's been a lot of rumours.
I know everybody's thinking it's Sam. I don't know. Is the honest answer? I'm kind of hoping. Part of me is hoping it's not.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think it would make a bit more of a mockery of their relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, do you know what? We're just going to have to wait and see. But go home, you're pregnant, I love you, have a lovely weekend. December Willis, everyone! Oh, well, listen, Megan might have taken a final bow, but she has got one final performance to give right here on this stage. Plus, she's going to be facing an examination from the Truth Extractor of Boreham Wood! There's no for this drilling. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you after the break. See you later. Oh, she's pregnant. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. The house is one celeb down, and I'm chomping at the bit to get all the gossip. We're going to be checking in with the house very shortly for an exclusive. But first, she's known for sun, sea, dropping the C-bomb 8 times in one argument. From being ex on the beach to being one of our ex-housemates. Give it up for your fourth evictee, Megan! I've got you. Thank you. You're all right.
Over here.
I'll take a seat over there, babe. Have a little beverage. Have a little beverage.
I love
we
you
are.
too! Yes!
I've got an air in my eye. It's all
Oh, no,
emotional,
it's all
babe. It's a
getting-
mo. Listen, let's talk. Fresh out the house. Has it sunk in yet? Just moving about.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Having a
moving
lovely
about.
time.
I'm not used to
Lovely
this
time.
shit. Do you know what? It is a shame because I was just getting comfortable. But I'm happy to go out. It's weekends. I can party.
Now we are. Thank God it weren't a Tuesday eviction.
No, I'd be
No.
fuming.
Fuming.
But yeah, no, I'm really happy. I went into booze. I come out to cheers. That's
You
what
have
I
had,
wanted.
and I've got to say this, the best reception of the series so far.
Really?
It was very safe to say that.
Bring it
Very, very safe. Very big shock. I was up there earlier, obviously
Really?
doing the bit for our show, and literally, I was. Everyone just went,
Oh my God.
The intake of breath, I could feel it on my face, babe.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. But listen, Celebrity Big Brother was. I suppose we could say it was like a nice, calm, relaxing holiday for her. Almost never lost it. Should we have a little look at your box bits? Let's take a look at your box bits.
Oh God, this is going to be embarrassing.
You all right?
No, I'm just going crazy in there.
Are you mad?
Yeah, I am a bit mental. I need to eat.
I need to eat food. I'm starving. I can't sleep. Everyone snores. I can't fucking sleep.
Shit.
I've had enough. I just want 2 minutes on my own without people irritating me. You just tell her. Tell her. Tell her.
What's happening?
My name is John. My name's not John.
John. It's like something possessed her.
Nah, fuck this, I'm out of here.
She just drinking too much, that's all.
If I have a fucking drink, I can have a fucking drink.
I've never seen behaviour like that.
Do not sit down in your bed and look at me, your fucking eyebrows pointing at me like that. Make the shit out of John's eyebrows.
Would Megan come to the dining room immediately?
I packed it in all fucking day. He is a fucking lying little shitbagger. I'll watch him. Let me in there with that lying little scumbag cunt called John. Let me out. Let me out.
I just wish we had sound up during that. What was you just saying? I meant it, I meant it!
I did, I meant it, I meant that, I swear. Like, everyone says that I was really drunk, but I swear down. Yeah, OK, I was drunk, but that night I meant what I said, and it had built up.
Are you in reference to John?
Yeah, to John. Basically, a few situations happened in there, and I felt like they wouldn't have happened if he would have just told the truth. I felt like he was very two-faced.
Yeah, you said you called him two-faced.
Yeah, I told him
You said he tried to turn the
everything.
house on Tiffany.
He did. He tried to turn everyone on Tiffany. He made me feel uncomfortable. He made me feel like I had to leave. And I was like, I don't really want to leave. And then he was like, as soon as we sit down for dinner, because obviously he dominates the kitchen. I'm not going to lie, I get on with him now. But, no, I do. I get on with him now.
I'm not going to lie, it's a lovely joke.
But he made us all sit down for dinner, and we all sat down, and he was like, I ain't cooking her dinner, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that.
And everyone is.
And then he goes, do you know what, guys? I think I should bring Tiffany dinner. And I sat there and I thought, why the...
Go on. It's all right.
Why would you turn everyone against her and then be the good one? Oh, I'm so perfect. Oh, I'm so perfect. Give her the dinner. But,
Oh!
Yeah, like, that's what I felt. I felt that, I did. I felt like he was fake, but living with him another week has... I mean, I just think that's him. He's very theatrical.
Well, what are your feelings towards him now? Because, I mean, the Meghan meltdown was that night.
Yeah.
But over the past week, we have seen you sort of, get on with him.
Yeah, like, do you know what? He's all right. Like, he makes the food. I get on with him. I sit and I have a little sing-song with him because he sings theatre and I like to sing theatre. And but I just feel like... I don't know, there's a side to him that is not very...
There's a side. Let's talk about someone else you had a bit of a fallout with.
Who?
Stephanie.
Right.
You had a bit of a fallout with her. What is it like to be stuck in the middle of the Stephanie-Jeremy saga? What's your views on it all?
So, do you know what? Steph... oh, my God. Steph is my mate, right? I've never let anyone slag her off. And I like it when someone says it to someone's face. I don't like you slagging it off and then saying it's no, it's all a load of bollocks. But then I don't agree with the her and Jeremy thing. I don't agree with it. But she tells me one thing, tells Jeremy another, tells Scotty... Oh, really?
Yeah, we've seen it. Babe, you're on Big Brother. We've seen it all.
Right. Well, I don't know, I don't know what they show.
What do you think? We see her saying she's so into him.
Yeah.
Then we see her talking about her boyfriend Sam on the outside, saying, I want to marry him, I love him, blah, blah, blah.
It's a load of bollocks.
So what do you think? What is your view? What do you think her feelings are? Is she into Jeremy or is she wanting to go back to her boyfriend?
Her feelings are, I don't want to slag her off because obviously she has been my friend in there, but I just feel like she's very confused. Can't say she's young because I'm basically the same age, but she's a lot younger than me in the mind. And she can't work out what she wants. She's got a gorgeous boyfriend on the outside. Well, don't know if he's still a boyfriend or what. Don't know what's been going on. But in there, I think there's a lot of sexual tension between her and Jeremy that needs to stop. And I tried to tell her, and this is the thing, this is why I'm annoyed, because I tell her every...
She's getting riled up. She's getting riled up.
I do.
Go on.
I tell her every day, calm down with the cuddling. Calm down with the little talks at night. Calm down with the drinking with him, right? And then she goes, no, I know, Megan, you're right. I go, no, I know.
And then she goes and does it again.
And then she does it again the next day. So now I've just stepped back. I don't know if you've seen it. I've stepped back from the situation. I can't be bothered with it. Joe, like, good luck to her. And obviously, like, we are friends, but I just don't agree with that.
You don't agree with what she's doing?
No.
And I think, you know, that's a
it's
very
gone too far.
dignified response, what you've just said.
I don't want to slag her off,
No,
but
you're
it's
not
gone
slagging
too
her off,
far.
but in all fairness, babe, you've got Stephanie and Jeremy. Let's
Yeah.
forget about them for a minute. You've got your own relationship to worry about with Scotty T. Let me just talk about. Talk to me. Is this going somewhere? Are you going to be Miss 901?
Oh, God, I've already been that before. No, Scotty, I hope he wins because he deserves it. And I don't know what you see, but he is the most caring person.
He's come across really well.
He is so nice. If Scotty weren't there, my mental breakdowns would have been a lot worse.
Thank the Lord for Scotty.
Thank the Lord!
Scotty actually told Big Brother that he's missing a certain something. Like, really missing a certain something. Let's take a look at what he said.
Is this now?
Good luck to the girl who I have sex with when I come out of here, because she's going to be in a wheelbarrow for about a week.
Are you going to be the girl in a wheelbarrow? Is it going to be you?
Oh, my God, I don't do things like that. Mum, I'm sorry. I swear my mum's over there. This Hawks. Me and Scotty, I love him. Me and Scotty are going to go for dinner when we come out, and we've spoke about stuff like, it's not too serious, I'm just having a laugh, he's having a laugh. We was friends before we come in here. I filmed another thing with him, but I had a boyfriend at the time, and I would never have even looked at him in that way. And coming in here, I just didn't even think I was going to have feelings for him.
So, do I buy an app? Is it going to happen?
I don't like
Don't ruin it for me.
I just think we're
Would
gonna
you
go
like something to happen between you and Scotty on the outside world? Yes or no?
I would like to go for dinner and see how things go.
Hey, I will tell you that. Oh, don't. Right, listen, I did see. I mean, I know we spoke about your angry side, but there was something that I really felt for you for.
Right.
Now, you don't want to lend your tracksuit to someone.
Oh my God! Don't even
No, come on, we've all been there.
tracksuit.
We've all been there. Lend your tracksuit to someone. The Irish man pushes him in the pool, and then all of a sudden it's full of chlorine and you're fuming. I get it. So do you know what, babe? I thought, I'm going to go out of my way. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I bought you a new tracksuit, babe. Here, that's your own box tracksuit top. Look at that. I love it. Yeah. That's for you to keep.
Oh, thank you so much.
You look after that. I love you lots. I think you've been a great housemate.
Thank
one
you.
goes away empty-handed. You've already got one gift. You might as well get two. It's your very own set of Ryland's farewell fangs. It's broke. It's broke. We'll just rest that there because I don't know if you've got a close-up of this, guys, but it's broke.
It's broke.
Anyway, we'll get another one later. But listen, come with me. Come with me.
Oh,
You
where am I
come here.
going?
We're going over here because, listen, that was a lovely moment, that was.
Okay,
Mind
oh
the
my
step.
God.
We had the little toothy ta-ra. It was beautiful. But listen, Steph, this is the moment they all dread because it's time. Turn round. You're about to turn red.
Oh, no.
But listen, Megs, we love ya. We're going to be hearing more from her later as she's going to be joining my glamorous panel. But for now, give it up for Megan, guys. Brilliant. Brilliant. But still to come, after all the information Megan has caused in the house, they are booked in for some treatment. Have a look at this. What could possibly go wrong? The tooth extractor of Borehamwood is back. I'll see you after the break. Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side now. The GC said that the only one giving entertainment is her. She's clearly not watching our show. I mean... 5 nights a week, babes. 5 nights a week. Still to come. Megan gets a good old grilling from our panel, followed by a good old drilling from the truth extractor of Borehamwood, let me just tell you. Top that, juicy. But first, it's time now to talk about the rest of tonight's show. Let's start with Stephanie and Jeremy. I feel like I've said that every night this week. They started the day not talking, but now they seem to have made up. Shock. Fern, they're both still in there. So the longer that they're both in there, is this just going to carry on?
Brilliant. I am so glad they're both still in there. Can I just say, I loved that moment where they wasn't talking and Megs walked out and was like, what's happened to you two? You know what I mean? But listen, and I tweet it every single night, I'm over the Steph Jeremy thing. I'm so over it. I'm so far gone with it. Listen, Steph, do yourself a favour. And no, actually, Jeremy, do yourself a favour and jog her on. Yeah. It's boring. And the fake tears. You know when she cries, and I don't want to slate Steph, but you know when she
goes.
I will. You know when she cries, where's the tears? Where is the tears? There's no tears.
Well, Meg, what's it like living with it? I mean, we just touched on it just now, but like Fern said, you know, do you think Jeremy does need to say, do you know what, Steph? I'm not having it.
Look, I love Jeremy, but there's a few things that have happened in the house where I do think gross and balls. Like, seriously, he needs to literally tell her that she's got a boyfriend, right? But he really, really likes her. But everyone's telling him and he doesn't listen. That's why I've stood back and I just let them get on with the bullshit, because it has just come to a level now where I can't be bothered with it because it's just too much. It's making a horrible atmosphere in the house.
Well, you've just said it, Jake. Is that what he needs to do? Does he just need to grab
Well, Tiffany's ready for it. She's let him know. If you want to get some action, just go for Tiff. But, no.
I mean, if we're talking about the series you couldn't write, we wake up tomorrow and Tiffany's pregnant by Jeremy. Like, that's all we need. This is all we need.
I think Jeremy just he's attached himself early to her, and now he's finding it hard to let go because she's his comfort blanket.
He clearly does like her.
He likes her, and she's playing a bit of a game. She's leading him on a little bit, and I find it hard to watch because I do like him, and I think he'd be better if she went and then he comes out his shell, has a laugh with Scotty T and has a bit of a giggle.
They seem to agree. Steph's also been clashing with Gemma. We've seen that, and later on she seemed to be, well, in Gemma's words, goading her in the kitchen. And who do you think will sort of end up the eventual winner of that argument between Gemma and Stephanie?
I think Gemma will sort of basically just steamroller over Stephanie and everybody else.
Capital Brazil.
Brasilia.
Yeah! I'll get you! Well, Gemma also had a bit of a tough time because the public voted her for go to jail. Then she refused to go to jail, saying that she was claustrophobic. Fern, you know her.
Yes, I do.
Is she claustrophobic?
Well, I feel like this is a little bit of an excuse. She's like, I ain't doing it. And when Steph obviously said, can I just say, on this situation, I do feel like Steph was goading her. I feel like Steph is trying every sort of tactic to be like, OK, I've mucked up with the Jeremy situation and with her fella, so I know what I'm going to do. People aren't going to like Gemma, so I'm going to go against her. And I just didn't like that. And I was really pleased that Jem was like, do you know what? And again, hate me for saying this because I know Jem isn't really a bit of a favourite at the moment, but I was really pleased of Jem turning around and being like, do you know what? I ain't going to do it because I don't want you to have...
Oh, that was a line.
Loved
that was a line, I'll tell you.
What I want to know is, she said she can't get in the jail because her glands are up. How big are her fucking glands? Why can't she fit in the jail? It was massive. Like, where are these glands? I couldn't see how big they were.
Well, I could neither confirm nor deny the rumour of Gemma's glands. Megan, let me come back to you. How hard is it? Like, with Gemma, she does have her outbursts. We all know you want to win the task. We all know you want to have a luxury budget. How hard is it to sit there and point blank sit there and watch someone refuse to take part in a task?
This is the thing. Gemma is Gemma. She gets away with it. If anyone else done it, we'd all be getting, you know, being told off. But I really like Gemma. I know no one really right now likes her, but I get on with her. I get her, right? And she isn't that bad. I swear to you now, I've been living with her, and she's funny. When she's like, no, I'm not doing it. She didn't even want to pack her bags tonight. I'm not packing them.
Oh,
Sod that. I'm not packing them. But I find it funny because that's my humour too. But obviously, the other day when we had no hot water, no makeup, no hair products, and I looked like shit. And the night before, I'd done a fake tan, so all I needed was a shower.
Yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there.
It did get to me a little bit, but then I just thought, you know what, sod it. It's one day with no hot water. I'll get over it.
Just leave her to it.
I don't care.
Do you think she should have gone to the jail?
Me?
Do you know what? She should have gone to the jail.
Meg, don't take on the governess, for God's sake.
Sorry.
Boy.
No, just for 10 minutes, innit? And then she would have got swapped. She should have for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I absolutely think she should have gone to the jail, basically, simply for not being a good sport.
Capital Switzerland.
Oh, Bern.
Do you know what? I'm asking all these questions. I ain't got a fucking clue. Well, along with being claustrophobic, Gemma also announced that she might be pregnant. And then revealed she wasn't. Jake, I've got to come to you. Do we think this was maybe part of the plan to be like, I ain't playing the games?
I love her. I think she's so funny. Like, how did she get pregnant in there? Was she on about getting it in there?
I don't know. I've got no idea.
I was watching thinking, who the fuck's gone with Gemma in there? Where is... no, I don't mean it like that. No, I don't
Believe me, if she had, we would have seen it. We would have seen it.
Gemma's not getting it on with anyone. Like, what's going on? But I think, yeah, she's just coming up with really funny excuses.
Oh, hang on. What was that?
It's constipated, pure and simple.
Maybe she's just constipated. Well, on that note, what a lovely note to finish on. Give her a round of applause. Coming up, before Megan hands over her dressing room key, she's going to be facing her final performance review from our renowned panel and audience. Plus, the consultation room is free and the truth extractor of Boreham Wood is ready and raring to see her. I will see you all straight after this break. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Still to come, Megan's going to be getting a rinse in as we get to the root of her time in the air. Root! Oh, the old ones are the best. But first, she's going to be facing a grilling from our panel and audience. They've got some questions for us. So, Jake, let's start with you, babe. What's your question for Megan?
Right, so, obviously, we all liked your rants. They were pretty funny. But do you think if you went about it a little bit calmer, do you think people in the house might have understood what you was talking about a little bit more? And because what you were saying was true, but the fact that you said the C word about 300 times probably distracted people from that.
Before I start this question, I really apologise for saying that word, but I was really drunk and do you know what? No one listened to me anyway, so I don't really regret the way I said it, because every time I spoke, for some reason, everyone just started saying something else. And I only get angry because no one lets me talk. If someone would have just let me speak from the moment that I started it, then I would have been fine.
Well, there's your answer, Jake. There's your answer. Where's Terry? Terry, there you are, babe. You've got a question for Megan. What's your question, darling?
Yeah, was it harder in the house than some of the other shows you've been on before?
Yeah,
That's a good
because...
question.
Can I talk?
Yeah,
sorry.
go on. Don't start with me! I'll get Anne on you.
Yeah, you know what it was? Because in the last one I done, we can have as much drink as we want, you get with who you want to. In this show, obviously, you are limited. So I got aggy. When I just wanted a glass of vodka and lemonade, I wasn't allowed it. So that made me even more angry before the night had even started. So, yeah, it's harder.
There you go, babes. Governess, we're coming to you. What's your question for Megan?
I think what I want to know is, what do you think is the worst thing that can happen if clothes end up on the floor? I mean, they're just clothes, they're not books.
Do you know what it is? I work hard for my money. And I've been a barmaid for 5 years. I work hard, I serve people, I take the shit, and I just think when I earn my money and I buy clothes, respect them. And when I'm lending you my clothes, it's for being a nice friend. Don't, and okay, it wasn't her fault that she got pushed in the pool, but don't scrumple them up and throw them in the side in my wardrobe. At least wash them out for 2 minutes and hang them up on a hanger.
She's starting!
It takes 2 minutes to hang them up on a hanger, and that's what I didn't like, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Lovely response. Anne, capital of Italy.
Oh, Rome.
Oh, Rome! I love it. Kitty, what's your question for Megan, babe?
Megan, I love you and I didn't want you to leave, but are you related to Nikki Graham?
No, I'm not, but I've met her a few times at a few different nights out. She's a lovely girl.
Couple of dudes.
Fern,
last question to you, darling.
OK, so I know everyone has kind of asked you this, but I want to dig a little bit deeper.
OK.
Scotty T.
Oh, God.
Was it genuine feelings? Did you genuinely fancy him? Did you fancy him?
Yeah.
Do you still fancy him?
Yeah.
Do you want to date him?
I wouldn't mind going on a few dates with him.
Do you want a fella, and do you want your fella to be Scotty T, and are you going to bring him to Essex?
I'm definitely going to bring Scotty T to Essex, but he actually said he's going to take me to Newcastle. He's going to show me how to party real time.
Well, we're going to have to watch this space. Give it up for Megan, guys. But now Megan might be getting a bit of a grilling in here. But the house, John's giving a little speech of his own.
When I first see you, when you first came in, you said to me, all you wanted to come in here was to change people's perception of you.
Yeah.
So what did you mean by that?
Let people see the real me.
But I guess you did come in here with an objective and a goal to disband what anybody might or might not have thought of you. And me looking at you, I think somewhere along that line of being in here, you've maybe forgot a little bit about that. Because you've got caught up in other things.
Yeah.
And that's all cool as well. It's great to have fun. I want you to have all the fucking fun you deserve.
I lost my way last week.
But you did come in here with a goal.
Yeah.
And that goal was not meeting someone else or doing this or doing that. Or do you know what I mean? That you had a clear idea of what you wanted to do.
I need to get that.
And all I want you to do is not forget that.
Megan, I've got to come to you. I know he's been your favourite and not so favourite. Do you think he's trying to help her there?
Yeah, once again, he's trying to be Mr. Perfect.
You think? What do we think? Is he... Oh, what? What did you say in the back row, babes?
We hate his eyebrows.
She's not a fan of the eyebrows, that one. Who's that girl? Never ever have I ever spoken to a girl like that. Let me just say. What are we making of John? Is he condescending or is he trying to help?
Yes, he is. He's doing that same old thing that John always does, trying to put people down and belittle them and control.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, hang on.
Hang on a minute. John is a man in his 40s. If he has an opinion, he's allowed to have his opinion. No, he's not fake. And I think that somehow they're putting him down because of his age and because he's got a bit more experience.
Well, it's nice to hear it from both sides. That's what we're all about, babe. That's what we're all about. Babe, I'll have to come back to you next week. It's the weekend. I'm tired. Oh, well, listen, Megan, unfortunately, your time in the house is sadly over.
I know.
I'm sorry. But you've got one more appointment to keep, and I promise this won't hurt one bit. It is time for your truth extraction! You comfortable?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Listen, babe, don't worry, all right?
Okay.
I do all of my own work.
Okay.
Gets me every week, it really does. Right, now you're sitting comfortably. I'm going to fire some questions at you and I want your sharpest response. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I promise.
Open wide, let's begin. Who needs to be extracted from the house next?
Johnny.
Oh. Would you rather live with Stephanie for a whole year or let me give you a root canal?
I'd rather you give me a root canal.
No! Snog, marry or drill? John, Jeremy, Scotty.
Drill, Johnny, marry, Scotty, and what was the other one?
Whatever you want it to be, darling.
Something else for Jeremy, so I like
Something
him.
else for Jeremy, she likes him. Who made you spitting mad?
Johnny.
Oh, God, it's
Again,
the same
sorry.
answer.
Sorry, Johnny.
Who deserves the... Well, listen, it is time to gargle and spit. Who said this about you whilst you're in the house? Gonna show my hubby the clip of Megan. When he thinks I'm crazy, I can remind him how mellow and relatively normal I am. Was it A, Katie Price, B, Heidi Pratt, or C, Louisa Sisman?
Heidi Pratt.
You think it was Heidi?
Yeah.
The correct answer was... Louisa Sisman, she got it wrong! She got it wrong, but don't worry, it didn't hurt too much, did it?
No, it was
Well, listen,
alright.
that's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thanks to my panel and have a fantastic audience. Thank you. I'm going to be back here on Monday where David Guest will be back giving his first TV interview since leaving the house. Louisa Sisman's here. Mr. Paul himself, Bendover, will be bringing up all sorts of hard topics. But until then, you can go to bed with the housemates now and live I'd Run 5-star. We'll see more of Megan on the Saturday show at 9 o'clock tomorrow. The CBB chat will be continuing. But from us, I'll see you on Monday. Night-night. Well done.